Hello everyone, this is Cher from CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry, I'm just happy to be on here. I don't want to get into all this blah blah blah, I'm sick and all that. You guys know. I'm feeling so much better the last 3 days, and I'm very grateful for that. And I thank everyone for sticking with me, even though I'm not on here as much as I probably should be. But I really appreciate your love. And I'm on here to do a small craft and to show you one I had been working on and finished. And hopefully I can give you somewhat of an understanding of how I did it, because there's no way I can recreate it. It was really time consuming, and it was just a lot of work, and I don't want to be on here 3 hours trying to show you how I put the Jenga blocks together. But I will say this. First of all, I have a great drink from Dunkin' Donuts, and if you have a chance, get one, because they have the same drink at Starbucks, and it's a little more expensive, but this is a strawberry infusion drink, the same one that they have at Starbucks. And I've gotten away from my lattes because I can never get them. I do have, oh my gosh, I used my other gift card in Delaware from Mike, and I think I have a little bit of money left on there because I treated my cousin to a coffee too. But anyway, these are much cheaper, and they're called strawberry, something like strawberry infusion. Just tell them you want the strawberry drink. I've been drinking this all day. I had to go out to the store, which is, yay, a miracle. And it's delicious. It's very refreshing and gives me a little bit of energy. And so that's that. But anyway, they're at Dunkin' Donuts. So I have been crafting my behind off. I have made some refrigerator magnets. I sent one out to Mike and to Radha and little Rian, and I am going to send one to Debbie Baran, because Debbie, you didn't give me your address, but I found it, girl. You little stinker. Anyway, I found it, and that's going out probably tomorrow or the next day. Since I saw my doctor last Wednesday, prayers just started opening up and happening for me, and I feel 60% better. Is the pain still there? Yes, but it's much more minimal. And when I feel as good as I feel today, I'm like, I'm going for it. Okay, so first off, I want to tell you that I worked on this project for about 2-3 days. And what this is, if you look close, that's my Charlie. And this is a gift to my grandson, Julian. I signed it. This is cardboard. And I had a paper picture of Charlie that I Mod Podged on here with some material and a little bit of sparkle. That was the easy part. The hard part was, this is all, let me show you the back, Jenga blocks. So, and up in these corners are squares. I'm going to put a picture, because you've probably already seen it, before I painted it and put it together. So what I did was, I drew out a heart as big as I wanted it, which is probably around 5-6 inches wide. Then I laid the blocks out, and I couldn't get the perfect heart, so I used the blocks that Deborah sent me, and where I had to do a curve, I put the blocks, which are here, and on the bottom, that little square piece. So you're going to need a couple square blocks, the ones that Deborah sent me. They're like little cubes, and the rest Jenga blocks. And the hard part is having the patience to glue them together, because if you see, I just kind of glue it like on the edge where it's tipping to the edge. Let me move the ribbon. See how it's tilted? So I just took that center piece and globbed it with a lot of hot glue. I recommend you using the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Hold on. Okay, I had to look it up. Gorilla Glue Sticks. I was drawing a blank. Brain freeze. Because they're a lot easier to work with doing a craft like this. So then I have this huge roll of rope. So I wrap some rope on the bottom. And if you notice, this is, I should take a lighter and get the fuzzies off, but I put some twine up in here and then just hot glued string on here with a clothespin so that my grandson can take this picture of Charlie on and off, or put a different picture on there if he wants. I got a feeling he's gonna leave it though. So, and it's real nice and sealed and shiny. So I'm very proud of this, and it's going to my grandson. And so if you'd like to try to make one of them, just be ready to sit down and have a lot of patience. Okay, now I'm on here to do a really short craft. I like to give people notice, and if I find something that I would like to replicate, the name of her channel is Hot for Humble Pie. Hot for Humble Pie, and I will write it on here. So I just, somehow, you know how channels just pop up and you watch them? So I saw this channel and I noticed it because everyone, I'm thinking I created those little mini heart bouquets, that it was a unique thing. I said, wow, it's so unique, I've never seen it. Well, now I'm seeing the hearts everywhere. So I guess it wasn't so unique, the heart bouquets. So if you look around, you're gonna see a whole lot of them, much different than mine, and some are nicer than mine, but I still love mine a lot. And these girls are so talented, so if you just put in heart bouquet, you're gonna see there's a lot of them. Here I'm thinking I had this great idea, and unfortunately, I'm not the only one. I'm not that creative. But anyway, the name of her channel is Hot for Humble Pie, and I thought that'd be a cute little craft to do. And I'm gonna show you, I made one already, and I'm gonna turn it around so you can see it, and then I'll tell you what you need. Okay, here it is. So as you see, it's an arrow, and I'll tell you how I made it. It's got a nice little shine to it, if you can see from the Mod Podge. And I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, are we running? Okay, so it's backwards, but I wanted to show you. It has a nice little sheen to it from the Mod Podge. I just love it. And I saw her do it and I thought, wow, that looks so easy, but so creative. So check her channel out. She's really good. She has a lot of great ideas. So these little words are from the card that Mike gave me. It says, so glad we're friends. So I cut them out of his little card, and the rest I'll show you. So I'm going to put the pan down, the camera, and show you what you will need to do this really quick craft. You're going to need scissors, marker, glue sticks, and a glue gun, of course. You're going to use 3, unless you want to make it bigger, 3 of the popsicle sticks. I'm going to make it smaller, the same size as this one. I have a piece of rope, but she kind of had a real thin piece of wire and like curled it. It was really cute because she has a drill. I don't have a drill, so I'm going to hot glue the rope like I did on this one. Okay, and you lay your 3, I'm going to do it this way, 3 popsicle sticks down straight like this. And like I said, this is not my idea. I just really loved it, and we're going to kind of steal it. Okay. And once it's together, then you're going to hot glue it, and I'm going to use, which I did not bring, so hold on. Okay, the girl from the YouTube channel, Hot Humble Pie, she used smaller popsicle sticks to do this. But I'm going to use the Jenga blocks because I have so many of them. So that's what I'm going to use to kind of seal it together. And I'm pretty sure she did this last before she did the next move, but I'm just going to do this now. So you just kind of hot glue it together to give it a little bit of stability. Okay, and once that's dry, be right back. I'm going to move you up here some so you can see better. Okay, we're running. Okay, so now we're going to make the arrow. Now I don't know how she did this so straight, but hers was so straight. And I'm going to use my Sharpie to draw the arrow. And mine's not staying stable because all right, it's not going to be perfect, and nothing I make is. You guys are used to me. So you're going to make your little arrow marks, okay? And then these you're going to cut down to make like to take the little curbs off the bottom. Now she said she uses her scissors and she does it in a fast swoop so that I don't know, because a lot of times these are really not well made and they break. So she does it in a fast swoop. I'm going to try to, I do have a not here. I thought I had my razor, but it's not here. All right, so we're going to cut. Try to go as fast as you can because it wants to break. She does it like really fast swoops with the scissors. But like I said, I'm not perfect and I never will be, so just do the best you can. Right, so it's kind of even, but whatever. Not perfect, but perfect enough. All right, and then we're going to cut the bottom nice and straight to make it like an arrow. I thought I had a razor in my cutter, but I don't. Okay, so there you have your arrow. All right, now I'm going to reinforce it a little bit more with another Jenga block. I hope you're all doing well tonight. I'd like to say hello to all my wonderful subscribers. I'm just reinforcing this one more time. You don't have to, you can use what she uses, which would keep it nice and flat, which makes sense, but I don't have small popsicle sticks, so I'm using these. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is sand it down around the edges so that you know you get the rough edges off, because you don't want to get cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to use this chalk paint plaster, Waverly chalk paint. I always thought it was white, but it turns out it's plaster. So I'm going to put a nice light coat over, paint the arrow. I smoothed it down as much as I could with the sanding block that I got from Dollar Tree, but now we're going to paint it. Now this is the color I want to do it because I like the way hers look, kind of antique-ish. So I'm going to kind of copy her a little bit. I really love this craft that she did. Really love it. I'm going to give one of these arrows to my dear friend eventually. I'm not going to say who. Anyway, so hi Mike, how are you? Mike, everybody make sure you check out Mike's cooking studio. He's a fantastic man. He is great at karaoke. I love his music. I always send him requests. Okay, so now we're going to wait for this to dry, which won't take long. and it's got like just a, this, like I said, it's called chalk paint plaster. So, be back. Okay, while this is kind of drying and it's almost dry, I'm going to hot glue the little piece of rope onto the back. She drilled holes on hers, but I don't have, I had a drill, but it's at my daughter's, so I'm definitely not going to bring the drill over here. Okay, now we're going to add some Mod Podge to the front. The paint is very fast drying. This gives it a nice coat. I take it around the edges too to take some of that sharp edges. Kind of gives it a little bit of a base coat. So I'm putting it on pretty heavy. Give it a nice coat. Okay, then after this, we're going to let this dry, the Mod Podge. And it looks like I'm sticking. So this is where we are so far. Okay, while it's drying somewhat, I am going to add, I bought these hearts in the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use a couple red hearts. I'm going to try to do it a little different on this one. I don't like to do the same thing twice, so let's put a nice hefty amount of Mod Podge. I'm going to put this little heart in the corner. They move around, so you kind of have to hold them and maybe give a couple coats of the Mod Podge to get it to stay. And I think I'll do another one at the bottom of Mod Podge, just the matte base Mod Podge. Put that one at the bottom, kind of in the corner. Okay, like that. And let this dry. We've got our 2 hearts on here. And then I'm going to search around for a little saying off of a card that someone special gave me, and I'm going to cut it out and add the words to this arrow. Okay, once again, I'm back and forgot to tell you a step, which that's me for you. Okay, this is truffle, Waverly paint truffle, and a lot of people use the antique wax, but I don't have any of that, so we're going to use the truffle. And she wanted to make it, the girl in the other channel, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She used, I think, the antique wax, but we're going to use the truffle and kind of dry brush it on there a little bit. And since this is still a little wet, it may not have the effect I want, but oh well. Good enough. So I'm sorry about that, but you dry brush that on before you even use the Mod Podge. So once again, it's truffle, or she uses an antique wax, which a lot of people favor that, but this is all I had, and I think it does okay. So I'm still going to let this dry, because then we're going to go to almost our last step. Hi everyone, Cheryl M here. Okay, I'm running into a little problem because I didn't wait for it to dry, so it looks kind of messy compared to my first one. And these I took from Mike's card, these little words, I cut them out. It says, "So glad we're friends." This is probably going to go to Mike. But this little creature, I decided that because I didn't wait, I got impatient. What I'm going to do, I have these paint pens. They're not Arteza. They tricked me. Artistro. They're okay. They're not the best, but you know, that's what happens when, you know, So I wrote this on a popsicle stick. It says love this way. So since it's wet and I messed it up, I'm going to cut this popsicle stick. The ends off. And we're going to sand it a little bit on the ends. Where's my sander? Oh, here it is. Okay. We'll sand it on the ends a little bit. I should have painted it, but I can do that another time. I just want to finish this off to show you guys how simple this craft is and so sweet. Now, I have tons of cards, but because of time, I don't want to go through everything to try to pick one. So I just wrote love this way, so it's going to be elevated a little bit. And if you don't succeed, because this is such a mess, I'm going to use some hot glue. Put our little sign on top of a sign. Try to make it as straight as possible. See, this is what happens to me when you guys aren't around. When things don't work out, I just say, what am I going to do? And try to correct it the best that I can. So put that on there like that, and I'm going to turn it around and show you. I may even like outline this a little bit with some of this rope. Okay, here it is. So I took the popsicle stick and cut it and just put love this way. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of truffle paint when everything is dry. That's why I messed it up, it was wet. And age it a little bit with the truffle paint. So you can do whatever you want. I really love them. I think they're adorable. Okay, everyone. There's something on my camera. My phone, rather. I really love it. It's not exactly what I wanted, but like I said, I'm going to make this look a little more rustic looking with the truffle paint. I do like the first one better, but I got impatient and I didn't want to let it dry. And as you see, I've got the blocks back here to give it some weight. This probably is going to end up going to Mike. I guess you guys are wondering, what's going on with you and Mike? Mike and I are great friends. I think he's a beautiful, beautiful person. I don't find that so easily in men. I really don't, because I've had some really bad experiences. Now we're far away, and but we still have that love for one another. And I've only known him a little while, and I met him through Deborah. So we're good friends, and we love each other, and I love my other subscribers, Deborah, Debbie Baran, Angela in Florida. I love you to death. I want to send you a heart too. I just starting to feel better last 2-3 days. So, and I thank God for all your prayers, because I could feel them when people are praying for me. I definitely feel, I never thought I would come back to feel as good as I do. I don't feel great, but I feel pretty good. So, I love this little craft. I hope you like the heart that I made with the Jenga blocks. Like I said, you're going to have to draw a nice size heart. I freehand my hearts. So if you want, you can get a nice heart from Dollar Tree and just trace it. But like I said, I'm very impatient. I just make them and make a heart and do the best I can. But you can do that, and then take your Jenga blocks and just take them around your trace, and one by one you glue them together. But wait until one's dry before you move to the next one. And then I painted it, and you're going to need 3 of the little cube blocks for your turns. 3 turns, 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's only, the Jenga blocks are $1 for 70 some blocks. So thank you, everyone. I wish I could name Crafty Maria. She's always watching, always saying a comment, and I really appreciate your love and your prayers. And my new subscribers, Queen, but I can't think, it's Queen something. Thank you so much. And instead of going forward, I'm going backwards again. That's why I want to wait till I get a little over 300 to do my giveaway. I will do a nice giveaway. I always try to do my best. So Charlie hasn't been here because of my health, but I saw Charlie Friday, and I'm probably going to babysit him on Wednesday and Thursday, because my daughter has to go somewhere, and I have a doctor's appointment Wednesday, so I'm going to go to the doctor and then go pick him up out in Sickerville. Anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you. I'll pray for you. Please pray for me. And love you guys. Take care.